welcome back to another episode of Templar's Talks. This is number 61. And yeah.
Wow.
We had a couple of weeks of a rest after Into the Grave to process everything. And yeah, sort of come at peace. I did not really see any shows since. Okay, I did hear some live music involuntarily, but that had to do with our city organizing another event in town and invite a lot of Dutch singers over that are somewhat popular and some DJs. And yeah, I mean, for the Dutch people, if you remember Tony Starr, then it says everything. So yeah. Oh, the joy. I hope Elvira has something to say. No, but I did know that she's gonna go to events live soon.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes. But I didn't went to any show the last weeks. I think Into the Grave was the last one. 'Cause life has been live. But tomorrow there is a festival in my town. It's I don't know. I think it used to be like a era classic rock festival or something, and then it became more jazzy, then it became more I don't know. Now it's like everything. I think it's in the whole city, in the old city of Dordrecht, and the harbor, and at every little corner there's a stage.
Yeah. I think we've been there together at some year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think The Wolf played there, and some bands we know before them.
Can't remember who I've seen there, though.
No. But this year, there are not a lot of names, but there's like, I think there's a Full Beat cover band, there's a With Temptation cover band, there is a Iron Maiden cover band, there is a...
Ooh. Well, if they're going to do
metal
a lot of...
opera, or how do you call it? Opera. Yeah, metal opera.
Ah. If they're gonna do a lot of cover bands, I need to have my boys playing there next year.
Your boys.
Yeah, my boys. Gotta look into that. Yeah,
but I will be there tomorrow and the day after. It's small, it's nice, it's cozy, it's in the city center. It's gonna be hot, it's gonna be having a vibe totally different than any other metal or rock festival, so I think I'm gonna have some fun there.
Yeah, the weather is going to be nice, so... Disapproving look.
To me, 32 degrees is a little bit too much, but you know.
Oh, okay. Well, here it's a little less, so maybe...
But luckily it's in a city center. There's a lot of old buildings and lots of trees, and I think...
Yeah, and some water.
I might still be not grilled at the end of the evening.
Mm-hmm.
A grilled elf.
Yeah. Oh well.
Slightly cooked, but you know.
Mm.
And then I think my next actual something is gonna be Dynamo. I think I'm not sure. There's a couple of shows in between that are fun, but they're probably all the week before Dynamo, so I think that's gonna be tricky. So.
Yeah, I can imagine. I do have a little thing to talk about for Dynamo, because Sabine has been making plans this week. But I'm not gonna go there, so just saying that for everyone.
You're making plans, but you're not going to Dynamo. No, but we knew that.
Yeah, no, I've been there in the past, but no, not anymore. But I've been thinking a bit about what I want to do on some other projects, and gonna keep people a little bit in suspense here. But it's gonna be fun, so everyone gets to enjoying that at some point during this year, probably. So.
That sounds.
Yeah, I still don't
annoying.
really know myself if I'm gonna be in other events. I might be going to Stonehenge. I don't know. Depends a little bit how life brings brings the weeks with me at this moment. But we'll see. And yeah. I guess otherwise early September I'll have a show. Because that's for sure.
Yeah. I might go to Baruch open air.
I have a show in Sweden coming up, so it's the Besiege album release show in a theater. So obviously I'm going to be there.
You told me about it.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to be there, so...
you have to be there.
Yeah. And I think, if anyone likes this band, I would recommend buying tickets too, because it's really going to be epic. So, check their socials and buy the tickets. They are available. It's not like you can show up at the door and still be lucky to get in. This is a theater event, so you'll be having a specific place to place your ass. And that's what you have to do it with. So you probably want to make sure that you have your ticket in advance. I'm just gonna say that.
A specific place to put your ass.
Well, I like to be a little bit
It's
cryptic.
another way of saying it's a seated
yes.
show.
It's my way of saying it's a seated show, yes. Hey, I like to make things a little bit cryptic for the listener, you know? And you know I'm very good at those kind of things. Playing with words and...
But it's fun. You make it way more fun.
Yes. Well, it's going to be fun. I'm pretty sure about that, so...
Yeah.
That's something to announce already.
Well... You know what I saw my Instagram or something. It said, like, you know, the last trip we did together to Finland was already 3 years ago. And then this week somebody got a year older. And then my Instagram said 17 years ago. And apparently we were at some sort of after party from Tuska.
Oh, yeah.
17 years ago.
So many years ago. Wow. Yeah. Well, I keep getting reminders of us at Dockham Open Air. But I think... I've been at Dockham Open Air also quite sometimes when you were not there. So, but for some reason...
only one time.
One time? I thought two.
Yeah.
Well,
no, you took me there one time.
Yeah, I remember.
And we slept above a pub.
Yeah, that's... And
of course I painted my fingernails in the car.
Yeah. And it was super rainy and muddy at one of the days. And I was having this bright idea not to go by car, because then I would have to park in a field of grass. And I was thinking that it might be hard to get your car out, because that happened before in Dockham Open Air. Luckily, my car by then was so light that it could easily get out anyway. But I remember that. And then we took a taxi back with our mud covered camera suitcases. Which we then proceeded to put in a bathtub to get rid of the mud. I think we left quite a mess in that place.
Well, I think I found the grass in between the wheels of the photo case like weeks and weeks later. There was, every time I took it out, there was still like a trail of grass. Like, where does it come from?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fun.
Good memories.
Yeah.
I wish I had some more time to go travel a little bit more, but that doesn't seem to be given to me this year. Oh well.
Yeah, we still need to do our 20-year friendship trip.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a 25-year friendship trip with...
I think so too. But it's gonna be fun. Whenever it happens, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it keeps us motivated not to start fighting with each other, just to do that trip, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what will happen if we start fighting, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's keep it that way. So...
Yeah. Let's
Music.
go on to our...
Album?
Album that I picked out. And that's also a little bit of a trip down in memory lane, because I remember that I also took you to a show of this band.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen this band quite sometimes. Band, project. I cannot say band. It's more like a project. But back then there was a whole band with it. And for people who don't know who I'm talking about Mortiis. And of course, Mortiis has been known as a band that has different sides of himself. I think the area where we would go see them is a bit more of the Smell of Rain era. So a bit more like the band, the industrial metal kind of vibe. Times of the Grudge were like big. And then Mortiis proceeded to go back to his original sound a little bit more, the Dungeon Synth, where he got quite some name for. And he toured quite some years with that in the various albums, settings and such. Lots through the US, but also in Europe. I mean, I've seen him a couple times where he's just there, him and himself and his keys and his synths, and he's just doing his thing on his own, which is a totally different dynamic than all these other shows that we've seen. I mean, I've also seen them as a support act for Combi Christ, so imagine the difference. And now we have this album, and I mean, I know how I feel about it, but I kind of wonder where Elvira is going to place this album, because I think Elvira hasn't been much into Dungeon Synth so much, so I wonder how this album comes along for you.
Well, what did you say? Dungeon Synth?
Yeah, Dungeon Synth, that's how it's called.
Okay, well, I learned something new. But this album, and you said, you know, talking about trip down memory lane, somewhere, I think around the third song or something, I went with my head down to memory lane because I was thinking, gosh, I don't know. It brought me back to Mera Luna and Amphi Festival in Germany and our trips over there. And I was like, this is so that vibe. So, yeah, maybe like a little bit more spheric 80s electronic fun. But the start of the album with the first, I was like, okay, what was Mortiis again? You know, I know you talking about Mortiis quite some time. Like, this is one of Sabine's bands. But then it started, the CD, and I was like, this sounds like, I don't know, it could be like a movie soundtrack. And then the second song came, and I was like, this actually feels a little bit like there's something from maybe Dunheim or Iwar in there. It's even a little bit more almost like not Viking, but like ancestral electronic, dark electronic then, which I quite like. And actually the whole album stayed a little bit like that. And then there was, I think, a song where there was singing, and there were like more spheric melody lines. And I'm not sure if I like it as a full... It's quite diverse, the whole album. Yeah. And I kind of enjoyed it as I was listening to it when I was working the last week. And it's actually a really good album for that.
Yeah, I can
so that was what I think. It was... Oh, and I had to think about Depeche Mode as well. Also.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I actually quite liked it.
Good.
So yeah.
Well,
I approve.
I was going to say, I mean, I listened to this album already a couple of times before I decided that this would be a good one for the podcast. I just pick one from the email that I think looks interesting. But this one I had already listened a couple times. And, I mean, if it would be in the full Dungeon Synth, I probably would not have sent it to you. But I like that this album is sort of like not that, but also not fully the Smell of Rain, the Grudge sound. It's somewhere in between, I would say. I mean, Mortiis has always been diverse, also in albums, I think. There's a lot of influences you can hear. Sometimes it's more EDM kind of sounds. Sometimes it goes more melancholic. I would say even V&V Nation maybe. For
but that's the whole everything you mention here, from EBM, V&V Nation, all that is what's bringing my mind to Mera Luna and Amphi Festival, and it's like Amphi. It's like this Mortiis album puts everything from that in my mind and in the way I experience those festivals. I put it together and created one great, nice... what brings me back to that feeling and to that, I don't know, those memories.
Yeah,
and that's what I like.
Yeah, I think a lot of fans who are really into that era from the Smell of Rain from Mortiis, they will really enjoy listening to this album too. I mean, full-on Dungeon Synth fans will be a bit more like, okay, this is kind of stepping a little bit away from it, not fully, but they will be a bit more triggered to listen to a bit more raw, or I don't know, different kind of sound. And I think that's really nice. I mean, for me, I wonder what Mortiis is going to do, if he's going to bring more musicians with him, if he's going to tour with it, or if he's just going to do it himself most of the time. I think he's probably taking at least one or two people along with him, if he would bring
I think
his
that will
live.
make it interesting.
Yeah, I think so. It has a certain dynamic that you can bring it very small, but you can also make it a bit like, I don't know, imagine a dark, small club where there's a bassist and a guitarist that join in or something. I don't know. That could be something that makes it like smoky brewery or whatever. I think that could also be very interesting. So yeah, indeed a bit cinematic at some points. Very, very much of atmosphere in there. That's really driving it for me. But I think some people might think the album goes a bit slow. And I don't know. For me, Mortiis always has been taking his time and delivering at his own pace, and like not being like going on bringing more beats per minute to his fans just for the sake of it. But I can imagine that if you're like a bit more from the typical industrial side, EBM kind of music, that this might not be always your kind of thing. It depends how diverse your style is. So it is a bit of an interesting how this how the listener is going to form on this. I think it could be a bit dividing the audience, but it's the album itself is reaching beyond that Dungeon Synth sound, but it's also not completely one other thing, you know? It's kind of sort of in an overlap phase. So it almost makes you feel that this album is going to be a bridge towards something else even. That makes that was what I was thinking. Maybe he wants to go fully back to the Grudge and the Smell of Rain, and this is kind of like an album leading up to that kind of feel again. I don't know. I mean, I could have spoken to Mortiis, but I was a bit too busy, so I couldn't do it. Unfortunately, maybe I'll get another time on offer to talk to him, or I'll see him somewhere live. Who knows?
Yeah, would be.
So
it
then
would be
I could
interesting,
ask.
though.
Yeah.
Because what I took away from the album as well is that the what you said about the sort of atmosphere, and what I said, it started for me a little bit like some sort of soundtrack, but then it's kind of really beautiful layered. It's not just like electronic EBM. You put something on and you put a beat and you put something over it. It's really, I don't know. It's been well thought, and maybe that's what. And then it sort of comes together. Maybe that was making me think of Dunheim or Iwar. To get to those bands really make with the music, they work to some sort of musical climax, and maybe I did something in these songs from Mortiis as well. I don't know. It's maybe a little bit more hidden, but I think it's really there.
And I was thinking also, you know, if you think of a band that sounds like Mortiis, can you find one? Really? I mean, we try to mention some names that could be of influence in this release, but is there another Mortiis out there? I never found one, actually. There's nothing like that. I think Mortiis really has a sound of itself, and it's evolving all the time. That's unique. I like that. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
a great album, Ghosts of Europe. So, I
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I wonder if that comes from a tour to Europe, or that he's leaving things behind in Europe. I don't know, or is it just a random title? Could totally be. So,
the Ghosts of Europe.
Or
maybe we are the ghosts.
Yeah, I'll let everyone know if I ever get the opportunity to speak up with the Mortiis about this release. Who knows? We'll see. I did have a chance to speak with somebody else recently, and we have already shared a little bit of a teaser of that in our previous episode. But the German thrash youngsters of Warfield have been taking their time to talk about their album with me. I mean, the album had been out quite a bit already, but I mean, when people ask me nicely, like, "Oh, Sabine, please, do you want to interview us?" Then how can I say no? I mean, sure.
Did they use their puppy eyes?
Yeah, well, it was the promoter who asked me, but
Well, he can use the puppy eyes.
Yeah, and I cannot say no to
that doesn't work
person
with you.
because it's a really nice person that I work with for I don't know 20 years or so. So yeah, and to be honest, it was a blast talking with these guys. They are very enthusiastic and have some very funny and interesting stories to share with all of us. So I recommend you to
Let's
just listen to what they have to say and enjoy. How did the show go tonight, and how did you feel about the crowd's response?
Yeah, the show went great. I think we're very happy to play for this. A lot of people. We weren't sure how many people would come and check us out because we're not that well-known band yet. But still, there were very, very many people there, and the crowd was very energetic. And it was from mosh pits and circle pits, and we really liked it.
Yeah, usually in this festival everyone goes crazy right from the early in the morning, so that's nice. That helped for you as well. You've been playing them songs already quite a bit since they came out. Have they evolved when you start playing them live, or?
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, it's a different situation because when we record them, we have 2 guitars or maybe even 3 guitars, and in our live situation right now we have only 1 guitar, which is me, and so it's a little bit more raw. It's a little bit different. But you could say they evolved. I would say. I mean, in a live situation, you have to adapt a little bit, doing different hits and highlights. Yeah, so I would say they evolved.
And then you notice, like, when you play these live, these songs, you notice when certain parts the crowd like. And so, for example, at one song, Fragmentation, we do like a short break right now and let the instruments, like hang on. And then like I do an evil laugh, and the people really take this, appreciate it, because then it's going to the headbanging part. So that's something we don't do on the studio version, but on the live version it evolved during playing it live.
Yeah, makes sense. And like you have a lot of crowd response today. How does that work for your energy? Does it hype you up, or?
Yeah, I mean it does everything, because when we play the music together, this is like when our energy happens and like gets released. And then when the crowd feels it, and they have the energy as well, and they like shoot it back to you, and then I think this is what happened today, because like we were happy and the crowd was happy, and this is the fun thing about the thrash metal genre. You can release the aggression and turn it into something positive. So that's very, very cool.
Yeah, I think so. Do you feel extra pressure because it's the 3 of you on the stage, and like some bands here are with, I don't know, 6 people, 7?
Yeah, I would say yes, because we're only 3-piece, and maybe when you do a mistake or something, it's just heard directly from the crowd, or you say to yourself, "Oh fuck!" So maybe everybody heard it right now. And maybe when you are 6 persons or have 2 or 3 guitars, maybe the other ones fill it up. But we just find out that it goes really, really well with the 3-piece. We always get good feedback of our shows, and the most important thing for us is that we don't get feedback that something is missing. Yeah, so the people always say, okay, you are just 3, 1 guitar, 1 bass, singer, drums, but it feels like the energy is like there are maybe 4 or 5 people on stage, and that's the great thing about this.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think that if you look at the album, then you also have a very raw and energetic atmosphere. What mindset were you guys in when you started writing it?
Yeah, actually, I would say that is getting more and more difficult, because, I mean, if you're only 18 or 19, you have a lot of anger about the world, about the about your personal situation. You get thrown into life and you have to deal with it. So it was like back then. I think it was like more easier to write those songs. And I mean, nowadays it's like more difficult to get in that mood. But it's still in us. It's still there's still a lot of things you can complain about and should complain about, and it just speaks out of us from the inside, I would say.
All right. If you record your music, do you start with riffs or do you start like with a concept, a melody, whatever?
Usually riffs. Sometimes I have melodies in my head and I try to adjust them to the riffs. But we also like to introduce like phases where we all get together in the rehearsal room and just jamming around. I think you have to really mix these kinds of situations so that in the end you have different approaches and different outcomes. Therefore, so yeah.
All right. About the theme of the album, could you explain me a little bit what was in your mind? Where did the album start from?
Yeah, I think it's like a little, how would you say, like we put everything we hate in one spot and try to put it into words. So it's not only hate, but it's like, because we write on this album, we wanted to write about the inner view of like individuals, not only on war, because we write about historic war themes and war scenarios like Vietnam War or First World War, and but not only the historical part, but also like the wars that we call it happened today in our society, when you feel maybe you get left out of society and you get you're not that important to society because you are who you are. So that's like this is not right for us, and so we try to tell stories from individual mindsets, and we try to focus on how the inner feeling of a person can look like, and the anger which is felt in these persons. And I think this was like our approach, because we find it very fascinating and get released a lot of energy out of looking into the mind of people.
All right. I heard you get a lot of comparison with the older thrash bands. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's a good question, because that's true, and we're, to be honest, totally happy with this, because like these are our idols, and like if we're getting compared to the German bands, mostly Creator, Sodom Destruction, Tankard, and so forth. So Exhumer, we can count them all. I mean, of course, we want to do our own thing. That's very important to us. We don't want to be a copycat of these bands. And I think we have our own sound, and we're proud about it. But, of course, every time that someone says, you remind me of, like, Destruction or Creator, it's a huge compliment, because without these guys, it wouldn't be, like, our band wouldn't exist. And we all idolize these like older bands, because they started it all and they're legends. So nothing better than being compared to them.
Well, and you're at the right festival, because we've seen a lot of them here through the years. If you look, there's also, if I listen to the album, I hear a lot of intensity. How do you avoid sounding too forced? How do you keep getting it real?
That's a good question. I think I don't know if I can answer it, because it's like it comes when it comes. In the studio, I think we always try. It's in the studio is a bit different than live. Live you can just let go and let everything out. In the studio you have to look. Okay, where am I in the song? And okay, these are new songs. But I think we try to like have an atmosphere every time that we can be like free and be ourselves and not forced into, okay, I have to count in my head all the time. So the feeling should be transported at any moment. And I think for me, one of the best parts is always like the vocal stuff we do at the end of each album, because the songs are already there, the energy is already there, and I can then just let everything out. And I think these are the kind of ways we try to make it real and not forced.
Yeah, so you guys have to hype him up with your
Yeah,
music.
for sure.
All right, I selected a couple of the songs when I was listening to the album to see if we can get a little bit of a background of it. And of course, starting with the title track, with Dual Pre. Can you tell me a little bit about this one?
Yeah, actually this song is about, it's referred to the series The Pacific, because in there it's like about war in the Pacific back in the Second World War, and yeah, there are a lot of basically it's about transcending like the chaos and the horror of a war situation, because what else is there besides camaraderie and companionship? There's nothing left, you know. There's only misery and evil, and somehow you have to make the best out of these situations, and that's basically what the series is about for me personally, and it's also what I try to write with the song.
All right. Then I selected a melting mass. Let me see. I wrote down by. Oh yeah. Do you think modern society creates the aggression and alienation with the way things are organized right now? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think melting mass is like it's an outlook on society, how we see it, because we see like we all went to the same system, and we heard of people who like they slipped through the system because they're, I don't know, were different or didn't play with the rules or couldn't play with the rules because of no matter which reason. And yeah, I think melting mass is like finger pointing towards the wrong of society, that there's one way and you all have to do like kindergarten, school, study, and then you are like maybe a slave of society because you have to work and then you're done. That's your role. And we don't like this approach because we think it leaves out the individuality. And yeah, I think what it's also like, what it's also about is it's like a little bit of theater, because individuality is not individuality anymore if everybody thinks they're individual, because of society telling them what is cool, what is not cool. You have to wear this, and you can't have long hair, or you must have long hair when you're playing in a metal band. No, you don't. So
I like the symbol of the ladder of gold, which is mentioned in the text, because just because you go any further, or like Joe said, you do study and do this and that, it doesn't mean that you get satisfied when you reach certain steps in your life. That's just something in your head, but it doesn't make you happy or satisfied. And yeah, that I would say is also a message that you don't have to get on the Carrera to be fuck, sorry.
yeah, that's something that's forced onto you by like how society like maybe makes you grow up, and we think you have to think for yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense. I selected also fragmentation, and I was really wondering if you guys could tell me a bit about the background, because I can fill it in, but I would rather have you do it.
Fragmentation is yeah, it's a song about a superior who leads his troop, and yeah, he gets really rough to the troop, and yeah, stuff like tongue lashing, and he loses the control over his own troop, and the troop gets rowdy about him, and yeah, he's falling in, makes him fall from grace, and they are planning to just put him out of the way by killing him. And yeah, I think that's something crazy, how your own mind can tell you go into war with I don't know, one big goal, and something happens that because of the rush of the battle makes something with you, and yeah, everything is totally getting out of control, and your own troop is against you and wants to destroy you. And yeah, that's just another part of how crazy things can go in such situations.
All right. As the last song I want to highlight is one that you guys are going to pick, because I think you guys can have one song that you would like to explain a little bit further to our listeners, maybe?
Yeah, maybe we could pick Tie the Rope, because we this is the one song, the first song we all wrote together, which was hard. I can tell you this. It was many hours of sitting in the room and no, we take this line, no, we take this line, no. It's, yeah, and but Tie the Rope it's comparable to Melting Mass. It's similar, but it's like our like punch to the face to everything that annoys us in today's world, and we put everything on the table. We put like nature and environment, because we think, all right, if we don't start treating nature better, it hits back, because we have no power when nature hits. And same thing with society. If we like let it get out of control, it will just be like a certificial. So everybody, that's kind of like Melting Mess. Everybody, if everybody's the same, what does one individual person even mean anymore? And like Tie the Rope, that's like for us it was like a good metaphor, because obviously it's like it's a metaphor for tying like a rope for hanging yourself. So, but we leave it open to, so we don't say humanity is dead, we have no choice anymore, but we say if we keep on doing things like we do right now, we're fucked. And we don't want this to happen. And basically we end the song and saying, well, we have the chance to decide ourselves what we're gonna do with like the time we have. So that's, I think, a really cool kind of metaphor for it. Yeah.
All right. Then I guess we're at the end for today. I want to thank you very much for your time. And I really hope that I get to see you another time in Into the Grave or some other festival. Any famous last words?
Oh no, okay. So we had a very, very good time at Into the Grave. Hope to see you again. We would love to play here again, because it's very well organized, and the crew and everyone we met, totally awesome. The crowd was very energetic, which we always like. And yeah, we hope to play here sometime again, and never stop listening to the music that makes you feel something. Doesn't matter which genre it is, but in our case, keep on thrashing.
All right. Thank you very much. Wow, now that was quite a story, wasn't it? It was very contagious to hear these guys speak. Like, I really enjoyed speaking with them, and we had so much fun talking about all these old trash legends here.
Nice.
And such. Yeah. I would recommend if you see these guys on a local bar where they're going to play, or your local venue, or a support of some band, check them out, because they were very great to see live at Into the Grave. So, yeah, next section that we have is the news. There is not really a lot going on in the summer usually, I guess. But I don't know.
I was thinking, I sent you some screenshots. What was it?
Did you?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Well, today there was not a big deal. That was just a tour announcement. But there was something else. What was it? Oh, can't remember. And there was something I was thinking I have to. See, sometimes I need to make screenshots and send it to you directly, because otherwise I forgot. There was something in the news that I was like, this is a Sabine thing. We are going to talk about this. But, God. It was something in the line of arch enemy, but then not as big. Oh, what was it? Damn it.
I don't know.
Stupid. Sorry, people.
Anyway, I did see the post of the Dutch singer Irene Jansen. Yeah, she posted something about that now because of her illnesses. She is dependent on a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of people have been very supportive in their responses to that. So that's really nice. And yeah, I mean, I've heard also this week that the one of the Black Sabbath, I think it was the drummer, is spending a lot of time in a wheelchair now because of the distance and such while traveling and so. So she's in good company with that. Of course, we can talk about Possessed and that, but yeah, why not? I mean, it's totally possible and totally okay. And if you're in a field on Into the Grave, for example, with your wheelchair, it's totally possible to see yourself going on a crowd surf even. So it's all possible. I think it's really brave that she decided to just throw it out there and instead of just, yeah, kind of silently disappearing and not being able to do what she wants to do. So very brave to share that. So what else did I have? Well, some talk about why the guitarist of Mastodon was leaving. Of course, the band themselves claim there was no bad blood, blah, 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 but collaboration was difficult, blah, blah, blah. We miss him very much, blah, blah, blah. So fans are still speculating on something else. It's always the same kind of routine with these
Well,
things,
sometimes
isn't
it's
it?
just what they say it is, you know. You're a band and you invite somebody else into your band and it's like a sort of family, and sometimes when somebody doesn't truly fit, you still keep playing because he's a great musician and you work together because it's, you know, being a musician is work, so you work together. But, you know, sometimes you come to the conclusion, you know, it works for now, it worked for the tour, but to continue, you know.
In the end, to be honest,
It
I
is
don't like all my
possible.
colleagues either,
Huh.
except from Templars colleagues, because they're all
Those-
awesome.
Yes,
But
I know.
like
I know.
my other job colleagues, however, they're I mean, sure, you cannot like everyone, right?
No,
So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure not everybody likes me, so.
Well, I'm 100% sure that not everybody likes me. It's not even a secret.
No.
But yeah, that's okay. I mean, that means that I'm in a bit of a competition to them, and that's okay. That makes it interesting, I would say. There was some sort of actor that had mentioned that he would be some metal fan, which apparently in the whole metal scene dove onto. But since I really don't watch any movies, I have no idea who that guy was. So I cannot spread too much about that. Sorry, guys. Not too good with that, I guess. Then there was a lot of talk about festivals and why or why not they have been cancelling their shows in these extreme heat, like Hellfest, Grasp Metal Meeting, etc.
But there were also
this
bands that
extreme
were
heat
just
waves.
there were also bands just canceling a week before, and I don't think it was all because of the heat, but they weren't the smallest name.
I don't
So
know.
I was a
don't
little bit
know.
amazed about that, like big names just canceling a week before the festival or even 2 days before the festival.
Yeah, but on the other hand, there's also this gossip about the Dutch festival Elsrock. And they had their kind of headliner canceling.
I know, Magna Cult is not
Uh,
playing
Ma-
there.
Yeah, exactly.
I also know why, but
I mean, it's like, it was going to be, I think, their last show or something.
yes, it was.
And they apparently had sent in their technical wishes and everything, and then last minute the festival couldn't live up to it. The festival self said that they were not to blame, basically, on their statement. So I don't know what went wrong. It's interesting, but that's also a reason why bands could cancel if something like that happens. I don't know. It's interesting to see what's going on
Yeah.
in this festival world, and yeah. Furthermore, all the cancellations I've seen is people being sick or not getting visa, so yeah, crazy world out there at the moment. Well, no more news from me. Did you have? No, you didn't remember what you were going to send me. But you did remember Magna Gold, so
Yeah, but that was a close one to home, so
yeah, of course. Yeah, then I guess we have to go to the Ikigai. What makes us happy this week? Well, not so much at the moment, to be honest. I don't have the best week ever. But I don't know. I guess if I try to find something nice, is that I suddenly end up at a family place in the house, and now I have a pretty nice area where I can go walk it after night and see the sun go down in the lake, and
that's nice.
that's at least something nice, right? Nice surroundings. This feels a little bit like a vacation.
Yeah.
I guess. So
Not really.
I hope
but-
you have a stronger Ikigai than me, because
Aw. I wish I could give you a really tight hug now. Well,
soon. I
soon.
had wanted to go to the west side of the country, because now I sort of have weekends, and but yeah,
Southwest.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Still west.
Or I need to go northeast. To you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm there.
Really, we do need to meet. Because, otherwise it's only gonna be Christmas time when we meet.
Yeah.
And at Into the Grave, of course. But
Yeah.
but my Ikigai, well, I'm going to this festival tomorrow, and I'm not really going to photograph the bands. But I decided to join as a photographer because I wanted to. I don't know. The atmosphere of the festival is really something. It's really different. It's the old town. It's the old. I don't know, people dress up, are funny, having fun, and I decided I wanted to take some other pictures. So I'm gonna sort of challenge myself to shoot way more photos from people and atmosphere and just totally different. I don't know, close-ups or play with my shutter. And maybe a little bit of movement in the photos. I don't know. I'm just gonna be free. Be free.
Be experimental.
Yes.
Cool.
So I'm looking forward to that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's always nice if you just can do something else.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't
for
really.
a change.
I don't have a big. Demanding list of things I need to hand in. There's a lot of freedom in that too. So I'm gonna get my cameras. The only thing that it's a little bit less, there's no place at the festival where I can put my gear down. There's no place where I can put my bag. So I have to take everything with me. Luckily, my parents live in the city, so I drop my stuff at their place, but it's still a little walk. But I will take a camera and then just do a walk around town, around the old city center, then the harbor, through all the little stages. You know, some of these stages are more or less in the backyards of big places. There's also in het Hof. There's like, I have to cover, that's the only thing I have to do. There's one orchestra playing in het Hof, where the Dutch Constitution is signed up. So there's a whole orchestra outside, and I believe there's going to be those like IKEA bulb balls, light things in the air, and it's going to be dressed up and looking pretty, I think. So I'm really looking forward to...
Yeah, that would be nice.
You know, do something completely different and see how that will work out.
Yeah.
Because I know, you know, a drummer and a guitarist and a bass player and, you know, a bass player and a bass player and, you know, a guitarist and a drummer. Oh, wait, I forgot the drummer. They're in the back. God, I photographed every band member except the drummer again.
Oh no, that's my job, you know.
I
That's
know.
usually my job. So
Every time when I'm editing photos and I have like good photos of the drummer and I have like more than 3, I'm like, I need to text Sabine like, look at me. You'll be proud.
Yeah. Well, at least now up to experimental shoots might be a good one. I have some different photography things coming up as well.
Nice.
Not related to any music, I guess, but something
More
fun.
corporate.
So I guess that's at least something to look forward to.
Yeah.
All right, playlists. And I'm not recording at my own home studio at the moment, so I don't have my usual stuff. I hope you don't hear any dishwasher noises, because I'm quite near one. But my usual list is not available for me at the moment.
Damn it, you have to do it by
so
brain.
I have to do it all from memory. Yeah, oh my goodness. I've been listening to, of course, Mortiis for quite a bit. I already did in the previous episodes, but I didn't mention it there.
Besieged?
I've been listening to Rotten Sounds a lot in the car. A lot of Paradise Lost, because at some point I was too lazy to change the album to something else. So I've listened to that like 3 times in a row or something. Samael, I've listened to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, all these. Did I listen to anything surprising? Well, a lot of French songs that I sometimes do. Not really too metal, but I don't know. Something I like to do that. I've been listening to Alphaville, because why not? I've been...
You don't want me to sing. I know.
Wow, God Minister I had on. Yeah, some. God, what's their name? It's an American dude that kind of wrote me at some point after I did the Cradle of Filth interview, and he showed me like what he's been doing with his music, and I was like, oh, that sounds so much like Karahangren. And then I got a very lengthy email of him explaining his dedication to that band. So I was quite right. This week he also released a couple of covers. Of course, one from Karahangren. Very unsurprising. And also a cover of Swallow the Sun. So I guess we have a lot in common with that guy. And very nice. If he has some more material of his own, I might see if we can talk up a little bit more. But
maybe a nice Christmas.
Yeah. And
he has a little bit more time to do some own work before Christmas.
Yeah. Then what else have I been listening to? A lot of industrial stuff, actually. So also some V&V Nation. I did Aesthetic Perfection. I listened to, what's their name? XRX. Actually, quite a bit of random names that just came up there. Of course, Rotersand. I like to listen to Rotersand every once in a while. Unit 187. Frontline Assembly. Because they're also gonna play in the metal festival soonish. So, yeah, a lot of everything, I guess. That's my memory from music I've been listening to in the past weeks. How about you? Do you have anything specific on your playlist? And of course it's gonna be Graveyard, and I got some email about them doing a new album soonish. So
nice.
I don't know.
One of their the one of the guitarists quit the band. I think they used.
I was just like,
they put it on Instagram, and I think it was my photo. They used. Nice.
I don't know. I was just thinking when I was reading that, I was like, I can send it to Elvira, but she probably knows.
No,
so
I didn't
don't
know.
have to. Oh.
I didn't know.
Well, now you know.
Nice.
I will go back in my email and find it.
So
later.
I was gonna say, apparently yesterday I listened to Graveyard and Swallow the Sun, and Silverchair in my car. I sang along, but there's the last weeks, and I have to say these two. They're not your bands; they're my bands. So all them witches, they released their album, House of Mirrors. I really think it's a really good album. And now I have not in front of me. Yes. So if you like jazzy, bluesy band, and you like Olden Witches, please listen to this new album. It's really, really good. It has some lovely songs on it. And then there's also Elder. I've also been listening to the new album Through Zero from Elder. It's also damn good. So those two are definitely going high in the lists.
Ooh.
Yeah. Definitely some potentials there. And then what else? Oh, I've been listening to Michael Jackson.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they had the movie out, right?
Oh, I don't
Everybody's
know.
talking about that one.
It wasn't because of that. It was just I don't know. Beat It got stuck in my head for some reason, and then I just played, a couple of songs. And then I listened to the new album from The Pretty Reckless, but I don't like it. To me, it's too poppy. It's too American simple. I feel the rough edge from her fuck the world. I'm gonna do my own thing. Screw every. I feel that's totally erased. It's way too poppy, and even it's grungy poppy rock. I missed the little bit that was with for me makes her interesting in the beginning, but now it's just I don't know, not my thing. Oh, I also listen to a lot of Children of Bodom because Children of Bodom is going to play shows.
Yeah, I saw something about that indeed. Like, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna play Tusca. They're gonna play what was it, Provincie, and they're gonna do a Spanish festival. Maybe this was the news.
Oh yeah,
So-
I did see the Tusca lineup, but I didn't really think much of it at that point. I was like, okay.
So there are now 3 shows, and I think there's gonna be more shows. I don't think they're gonna play in the Netherlands though.
Well,
I don't know, but it would be fun. But they're taking Sammy Alabama, or what is his name? Alabama. Sammy Alabama. No. The one from
I don't know.
our Finnish band with the little young kids. They played thrash metal before. Now they play
Oh, you mean
Lost Society. Always that name is always fleeting my memory. But anyway, he's Sammy from Alabama, Lost Society. He's gonna sing the Children of Bodom shows. He did so. What was it, last December or something, or January? I don't know. They did some shows in Tavastia, and now they're gonna do the summer festivals. I think they announced 3 of them. Actually, there are 2 confirmed, and the Spanish is out there, but it's not on the website, so I don't know. But I think we can expect some more this summer from Children of Bodom. I think it's fun. It's nice to revive those. But I have a lot of memories.
Yeah, but I think also they chose the right guy maybe to go there. I mean, energy-wise.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
nice.
think
They
that
ask
could be
him. He can definitely pull it off. He did so. It's not exactly the same,
Yeah.
of course, but you don't need that.
No.
But you need someone who can deliver it, but still it's like Linkin Park. There's a lot of haters.
Yeah, you need someone.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of haters, but I think it's awesome what she does. And I think with Children of Bodom, I think they picked the right guy for this. He
Definitely.
has a lot
That
of
must-
grit on his voice too. And I like it.
And
They
he has
keep
the
it
energy
finished.
and the vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hope they will cross my path this summer. Otherwise, I have to travel. Yeah.
Oh well. Maybe
So I've been
someone
listening.
needs to go to Tuska then.
Yeah. Tuska, are you listening? Get me there.
Well,
Get me there.
I cannot be there, so I cannot be there, so
Opportunities. Oh. And I've been listening to Behemoth, Enslaved.
Enslaved, yeah.
Him. Swallow the Sun, Graveyard, Amorphis, Elder, Graveyard, Catatonia, Swallow the Sun, Graveyard, all the witches, Elder. Yeah, the same. Rivers of Nihil.
And a bunch of Mortiis.
And yeah, a sprinkle of Mortiis.
All right then.
I think that was it.
Well, then
know.
I think it's time for me to start thinking what I am going to send you then for the next episode. And,
I have to Google now for Graveyard new album. Graveyard.
I'm going
album.
to send it to you
2026.
if I see it's coming in.
Swedish rock band is releasing their 7th studio album, Fever, on October 9th.
Let's see. How can you not know? I mean, I figured they would have posted this all over their socials or something.
Yeah, do you think I follow everybody on social? To the T.
Well, the band you'll listen to all the time.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I follow them on every little... Poop. What?
I
How-
expect
how-
the
this
algorithm
is-
to put
I
this
don't-
for you, you know?
I don't like...
I'm disappointed in your algorithm.
I know. What I don't like about Google right now is that my eye was falling on confirmed regional dates near Dordrecht. I was like, wait, what? Include a show at Vauxhall Aarhus. That's not regional.
No.
I was, hell yeah, I want a show.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh well. Alright, I think that's it for this week then.
Nice.
I wonder what you guys think of Mortiis' album and
Yeah.
Dungeon Synth in general. I mean, it's not just your typical kind of metal that we talk about, but maybe at some point I'll try to bring in some Melo Death again, because we haven't been doing that for a very long time now. So it might be time for finding something like that. But yeah, it is the summer months, so that means not everything is going to be interesting that we get into our inbox. And that's okay.
But that's okay, because people can start listening to Elder and all them witches. So, you know.
Yeah, that's possible. Or Mortiis, or anything. Yeah. Alright, I think it's the end of the episodes. As usual, drop us a comment with your thoughts, and we want to salute everyone who commented on our Into the Grave episode. And
Yeah, so fun, so many people.
So, yeah, and is it now time to go and say bye?
Bye!